Only the tiniest can snooze at Comic-Con 2010. Most are stuffing their bags with sci-fi collectibles. The dollars add up quickly. You'd never know the economy was suffering.
This is my first year, and my 21st birthday was on the 18th. So I'm not really paying attention. Probably like 500 now, though.
I don't really have a cap at the moment. One time a year I spoil myself.
For us coming here every year?
Hotels and all that, and gas money because we drive down. It's a lot, actually.
Around probably 700.
7 or more, yeah. 700 or more. Probably close to $1,000.
And it's what they show up wearing that is stimulating more than just the economy.
My 10th year here in a row now, and I just love it.
I'm a big Star Wars fan and collector, and I'm about to undergo a huge transformation. This part is really delicate, so it has to be stored always face down. This is the top. It's like a big party for big kids.
Comic-Con attracts more than 126,000 people to the San Diego Convention Center, from sci-fi lovers to fine art collectors, and reports estimate it generates more than $163 million a year.
Our fine art basically, runs the gamut of entertainment art. We do Star Trek, Star Wars, Babylon 5, Stargate. We even do artwork for Disney. One of our artists, Michael David Ward, paints on the backside of glass, totally in reverse, and he uses different types of metals and solvents and pigments, and then he takes a torch and he puts it all into a flame and melds all those materials together, and then he does that 15, 20 times, and he gets a multiple layer look that's three-dimensional.
For serious art collectors and fans of Star Trek, this is one of the most popular booths. It features the mega print, which is also at the Smithsonian. It's created by one of the artists considered to be the founder of science fiction art.
It was done by Robert McCall. It was commissioned originally by Gene Roddenberry. What we did is we got all the actors from Star Trek to sign on it, including even many of the deceased ones today, like DeForest Kelley and Majel and Jimmy Doohan and Cicely Adams. So you've got everybody here. You've got the original cast, Next Generation, Voyager, Deep Space Nine, Enterprise, and you also have all the key character actors for Star Trek as well.
The one thing that we're starting to get, which is a little unsettling, is that people are now saying, well, my father got me watching Star Trek, or my grandmother was a big fan of yours, and that's a little unsettling, because it used to be like, oh, I'm a fan, or oh, my sister, but now it's the kids. So
it wasn't until I got older and I kind of found out what Star Trek was about that I learned more about this great bird of the galaxy. And unfortunately, it wasn't until after he passed away that I really began to explore it. So he was never the great bird to me. He was just Dad. My father had an extremely colorful life before Star Trek. I mean, he had an amazing life before Star Trek, from growing up with his brother selling newspapers to becoming captain of the debate team in high school, to joining the Army Air Corps, to fighting in World War II, to becoming a B-25 pilot, then leaving the Army and becoming a civilian pilot, flying the longest stretch from New York to Johannesburg, crashing in the Syrian desert, surviving, being, I think, one of 7 survivors. He got to see the best of humanity and the worst, our potential, and he wanted to write about what that future could be.
And much like his father, Gene Roddenberry, Rod is creating fertile ground to seed inspiration for others, telling his father's story in an upcoming documentary called Trek Nation. For Art Pulse TV, I'm Phoebe Chongchua.